Hey guys, I am back with more Animal Crossing. So, honestly, just randomly decided to record. I was just about to reset this and leave town. I've been playing on for like a few months. Um, so I decided to record a town tour because it's pretty developed. So I made this town like when I was on a long road trip to Florida, which was like 11 hours. And I was not expecting this town to last as long as it did. Um, so that was back in March, and it's now August. However, with this town, I was time traveling. Like I went ahead, I put it like back a few years. So if I and I was time traveling a bunch. I went dead by day, but I was still time traveling. And yeah, I just ended up having in the town for a while. So I put it on June 9th, because that's when the game came out, in the US, like back in 2013. Um, and like I made it to the end of that year, and then it's like, okay, I'm kind of not playing anymore, so I feel like I might reset. But this town got pretty far in development, and like I said, I technically played like every day in game. So yeah, so we have my house. I did take some things out of my house and around town. Um, just transferring it over to my other town. So yeah, I didn't really focus on my house when I was playing, so there's not much, and obviously I took away some of the furniture that I wanted to keep. They're pretty empty. Yeah, I don't, especially lately, or recently, and kind of like at least the more recent Animal Crossing games like New Horizons, I have not designed any of my houses like New Horizons. The town and the island I've had for like 3 years. The one I had to reset after my game glitched. Um, I've not designed my house at all. I've not touched it. So over to the right to me, as you saw, we have Bruce. Um, he was like relatively new. I think in game he moved in September. Um, we had Anka here, who was one of my starters, and when I was time traveling, to get the gold shovel because I'd accidentally reset one of my other towns that had like all my golden tools. So it's like, oh, I need to get some of those. So I kind of took this town's golden tools because I got some of them. And while I was doing that, Anka left, and I don't care. I got her photo, so. So yeah, Anka left, and it cleared. It got. I mean, it was during winter, so I'm not surprised, but you can kind of tell where she was. I didn't really bother making a path down here, but if I did, but she would have been in the way. So, anyways, we also have Rod. He was relatively new when I last played. I think he moved in like December of that year. Biscuit was another starter. He stayed. I have not gotten his photo yet though. So I might I might forcibly kick out the villagers I want photos of. I don't know. Over here is Rod's house. We did have Lopez over here at one point, but he kind of left because I got his photo. And then over here, Lolly had just was this like one more recent move out. Again, similar to the others, I got her photo, so I just let her leave. I was actually able to get a lot of photos in this town, which is kind of surprising. So yeah, Molly was all the way in this corner, as you can tell. Half of these flowers were just from bleeding. Oh my gosh, breeding the blue rose, and I kind of just stuffed them over here. So yeah, this town was also kind of different because I didn't really bother trying to design the whole thing. So it was much more casual when I played to like oh, I want to play in this town, so like I'll time travel a few days, just play daily stuff on those days, stuff like that. So this was more casual than just design based, but I did kind of structure the town where like half of it I did kind of focus on design in a way, and the other half was kind of just where the villagers could live wherever they want. Over here we have the plaza, and I can sit on my tree. I don't know how big that is. I don't think that's the biggest. My town fruit is pears, which I was actually really happy I finally got a town that like had pears because at least recently it's the one I've been wanting the most. Because ironically I used to get pears too much. Apples were always the one I wanted, but now I get apples way too much, and pears are usually the ones I want. So yeah. And then above the plaza was the campsite. And then I did, I obviously I started this as like a fresh town, so I didn't have many public work projects, but just happened to get the bonfire, so I kind of stuffed it behind it. And over to the left, we have the police station in case any of the campers decide to do illegal things. We don't want that. Then we have town hall, and we have a little fountain. And then this was supposed to be a park, but I just didn't get public work projects requested, so it didn't go very far. And then above the park is the train station. And to the left is retail. And to the left is Brewster. So yeah, pretty much I kind of structured the town to where literally all of like the main buildings were at the top. And pretty much the rest of the half of the town is focused on like empty space where villagers can move in. Again, we have a little boot sculpture. It's kind of placing the public work projects I did get suggested where they could be. Or any I got suggested, most of the time I put them down. So over here, I did design this area a bit because just conveniently 2 villagers moved in here. But we have Tangy, who was like the first villager to move in. And then we have Bob, who was I think the first camper I took. So he was like my 10th villager, but I think some people had left by then. And then Eunice randomly moved in, just now, when I was time traveling, to get the golden shovel. She replaced Anka, I guess. Eunice is cool. But like I said, she just moved in, so it's like, that timing. Speaking of, there she is. Oh my gosh, Tex. Yes. A cut. Sure. Okay, so yeah, I was really happy. Tex was like my first smug. I think he moved in after Ting. He moved in down here. I have not gotten his photo yet. Apparently he does not love me. Yeah. And then over here we have Blair. She was also a very recent addition to the town. And then over here we have Ursula, who is an amiibo villager. So I was I had the idea I would move in amiibo villagers at like each month in game, and Ursula's literally the only second villager I have moved in amiibo wise. I think Spike was the other one. So that did not get very far. Why is there a pink rose back here? Is there some roses? Okay. So again, like I said, I kind of didn't really focus on designing down here, so the flowers got kind of crazy. They're kind of everywhere. Reminds me a lot of my second New Leaf town when I was like 8, and I literally did not design anything at all and just had flowers literally everywhere. So this town definitely got like nostalgic. Like, I played normally, I didn't really care where villagers lived, stuff like that. It was very less structured than most of my New Leaf towns are. So yeah, and then up here we got the flower clock, because I finally got perfect town, which for whatever reason I never was able to get perfect town in my other town, which is like finished, which is Rin, and I don't know why, I just couldn't unlock it. Probably because I have too much trees. I got it here. I actually have a bunch of Jacob ladders. I have like 8 in my pockets right now because it was transfer them to my other town. So that's most of the town, but on the beaches, I have all the hybrids. I breeded all the hybrids on my own in this town, minus the white carnations, because I started in June, so I couldn't get the pink. So yeah, on the beach, I have all the hybrids. And like I said, I even got blue roses and stuff like that, so cool. I don't think they took, obviously in the game it took a few months. I think it only took 2 to 3, though. So I don't know if it was the quickest I got blue roses, though. I don't know. I know I got purple pansies pretty early on, which are usually pretty hard for me to get. But anyways, we have TNT Emporium. I got it in this town before Rin, I think, which is kind of funny. I still have never unlocked Katrina. And it's mainly because I don't use her. Oh, Rhonda was one of my starters. She was like the second one to leave. Oh, so what other villagers we had? We had Rhonda. So Biscuit, Anka, Rhonda, Curly, and Limber were my starters. You guys may not like some of those villagers, but at least me, I really like Biscuit. I Anka was pretty cool. I personally like Lindbergh. I know he's very unpopular, but I like Lindbergh. Ronda's okay, Curly, whatever. um, but then it was the move-ins that like kind of like solidified like me wanting to keep this town because I got so much good villagers from moving in. So like I said, Tangy was the first one to move in, and then I got Tex, who is my one of my personal favorites. Sylvia moved in, but that didn't really matter that much because she instantly left. She lived where like the campsite was, so I kind of had to kick her out. More like where the police station was. And then we had Lucky move in, which is like, whoa, I have Anka and Lucky, and they both randomly moved in. I thought that was like pretty special. And of course, like I said, like Sylvia left, and we got Lolly, and then Rhonda left. And I don't know. I think Bob replaced Rhonda. And then it took a while for Curly to leave, but I think when Curly left, that's when we got Bruce. But yeah, I just wanted to show off this town before I reset it, because I just have not been playing recently, and it's like, well, when I was playing, obviously I changed the date to today in real life. Um, so yeah, I was like late December, and but like I just was not playing. I really like this town, but I want to start a new town, and I want to put it on like the 1st of January, and then start from there, because it's like, oh, I can play like a whole year, but not in real life, because I did try that at the start of this year, but obviously things got in the way, and I kind of got bored of it. But yeah, I just like this town because, like I said, it's a town where when I was younger, I had so much towns like this where I would start it on like a specific date, like November 2nd, because that's when the update came out, or like June 9th, because that's when the game released, or whatever day I've created towns in the past and they were very successful. Like, for example, I think those were the two main ones, but like, for example, my childhood town I started on like February 24th, so I made Rin on like the 17th because I was like really close, or I considered making Rin on the 24th, but yeah. Um, so yeah, I just really like this town. I wanted to show it off before I reset it. And yeah, and actually, I'll have another. I do a lot of town tours, and I don't know why, but I feel like that's just the easiest content for me to make. Um, but I was gonna do a City Folk Town tour, um, later this week because it's the 5th year anniversary of the me making the town. So I thought that was pretty special, and I was gonna record that because I was gonna get caught up in City Folk because I didn't play for a few weeks. But yeah, I will see you guys on next time. Hope you enjoyed the video. I literally just spur of the moment recorded this, so hopefully it's good quality. I don't know. I just propped my phone in front of my DS like usual, but yep. I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.